professionals who came out and said they could not support Donald Trump some months ago, I think spoke volumes about his lack of fitness and qualifications for the job. Business leaders, from Mike Bloomberg to Meg Whitman and so many others who understand what it will take to have a competitive economy that works for everybody, not just those at the top. They've been on the front lines. And we have an increasing number of people who've actually been Republican office holders. One current one, as you know, Congressman Hanna from New York, but then yesterday, former Senator Warner from Virginia, who I had the great honor of working with when he chaired the Armed Services Committee. So I'm really honored and proud to have the level of support and the message that it sends by people who understand what the next president is going to be facing and have said Donald Trump should not be anywhere near the Oval Office.
Secretary Clinton, welcome on our inaugural flight.
Oh, is this your first flight?
This is my first flight,
Welcome
yes.
aboard.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here. Appreciate it. Secretary Clinton, the Trump campaign is signaling that they are poised to get personal about your husband's past, about your past. How will you respond at the debates, and what's your response today?
He can run his campaign however he chooses. That's up to him. I'm going to keep talking about the stakes in this election. I'm going to keep talking about my agenda that will, I believe, increase growth, make it fairer, have it be lasting, deal with the real problems that families are confronting. What I want to do to keep America safe and to provide the kind of steady, strong leadership that the country needs, and to bring people together, which is going to be one of the highest priorities that I will have when I'm fortunate enough to be elected president, if that's what turns out. So, you know, I'm not going to comment on how he runs his campaign. You'll be able to see, we have 2 more debates, what he says and what I say.
Actually, I
wanted to ask you a Cuba follow-up question, which is you're going to go to Florida very late tonight and tomorrow. Do you think that the Donald Trump Cuba story resonates, in particular in Florida? And you're not a huge fan of continuing the embargo, so like, who cares if he went against the law?
Well, you know, look, we have laws in our country, and the efforts that Trump was making to get into the Cuban market, putting his business interests ahead of the laws of the United States and the requirements that businesses were operating under because of the sanctions, shows that he puts his personal and business interests ahead of the laws and the values and the policies of the United States of America. Now, I was a strong supporter of moving toward creating an opening with Cuba when I was Secretary of State. I applauded President Obama's efforts, and I will continue those when I am president. But Donald Trump knew what the law was, and from everything we can tell by the investigative reporting that has been done, he deliberately flouted it. And why should it be surprising? Here's somebody who's happy to give his tax returns to state agencies deciding whether he gets to have a casino, but not with the American people. And in fact says it's smart not to pay taxes, while he at the same time criticizes and denigrates the United States of America. So I think it's important for voters to see that this is someone who always puts himself first. And even in the Cuban American community, there has been a change of opinion about what's the best way to bring freedom and democracy and human rights to Cuba. But there was also a very clear understanding of what our laws were and who they covered, which was clear. And unfortunately, it looks like he didn't pay attention to them. But why should we be surprised? This is a pattern.
Secretary Clinton. Did you have your hand up? Do you, as someone who presumably wants more women to run for and win office and high office, feel any obligation, if Trump brings up your husband's past, to speak out against a spouse's indiscretions or past being brought into a campaign like this?
No.
One more from Catherine right here.
Donald Trump today invokes your husband's impeachment as evidence that he says the Clintons are, quote, the sordid past, and his presidency would be, quote, the bright and very clean future. Wondering if you have any response to that comparison.
No. Look, he can say whatever he wants to say, as we well know. We have seen it in real time over the last many months. And I'm going to keep running my campaign, talking about what I think the American people are interested in, talking about how we're going to make a difference in their lives. I love the event I had with Senator Sanders yesterday in New Hampshire. I love my college calculator. I hope you all will write about it again, because that's what I think people are looking for. It's how can we get our government working for you? How can we help you deal with the everyday challenges you face? And this amazing college calculator that our team put together will really provide good information. And I want you to understand that is in line with what I want to do more of in the government. We need to use technology more. We need to get more information out. We need to have people be able to access easily information about government programs or costs or whatever it is that's on their mind. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be talking about how we make college tuition free for under $125,000 per family, and debt free for everybody else. And I think that's what people care about.
Really important one. I thought you were done. I'm sorry. Okay, just wrap up. Who's your favorite world leader?
Oh, let me think. No. Look, I like a lot of the world leaders. One of my favorites is Angela Merkel, because I think she's been an extraordinary, strong leader during difficult times in Europe, which has obvious implications for the rest of the world, and most particularly our country. Her leadership and steadiness on the Euro crisis, and her bravery in the face of the refugee crisis is something that I am impressed by. I've known her for a long time. She and I have known each other back into the 1990s. I've spent a lot of time with her, and I hope I'll have the opportunity to work with her in the future. But we could talk about lots of different leaders if you want to sometime.